What is going on, people? This is your man, and Thano. You're watching Thano at Self Help, regular people helping each other help themselves. If there's going to be a link in the description to the image that you see over here to the left, that's pretty gruesome. There'll be a link in the description where you can go ahead and check that out, and it is at newsmaven.com. You can kind of see a little bit more of the image there, but it's very graphic. So I won't have the whole image explain, just right here, but you can see some of it. Reality, we're going to talk about the reality of this versus this. The reality of the matter is there's thousands of young men that trying to be what this projects to be an alpha male, which is not reality. It's all an illusion. But the reality of this is this. That's the reality of it. I'll share a quick little story with you guys. I remember being young, in streets and all of that stuff. And my homies is going to introduce me to a couple of the, OGs that I hadn't met yet. And they introduced me to this guy. And he was sitting on the porch eating like some oatmeal or something, eating something out of a bowl. He was eating something. And he went over there. We went over there and I rap and all of that. I was rapping. And he always wanted me to, anytime I see him, he'd be like, spit some bars, spit a 16 for me, shorty, let me hear what you got. And he'd be like, nah, that's good, but it ain't good enough. See, you need to do this. And it was like, at a certain point, I started to pick up that he was messing with me. And I thought, oh, he just picking on me because I'm young. But as I got older, I realized what he was trying to do was get me focused on my music and away from the dudes that I was hanging with, because he knew I was different from them. But he also know that once a person got their mind made up, ain't nothing you can do. So he ain't really press, tell you like, hey, you need to stay away from this shit. But he would just, play games with me, mentally. And that's basically how he aided in keeping me off the streets. And he was one of those OGs that kind of helped me stay away from the streets and focus on my music. But anyway, I digress. At least from that point. One day we was over there and he was like, we get to talking about something, and he was like, oh, so y'all think this is a game? Let me show you something. So he put down his bowl and he lifted up his shirt. Side of his body was like riddled up. And we was like, man, what happened? He was like, yeah, I got shot close range with like an AK-47, right? I got bullets all over this side of my body. Got bullets in my leg, bullets in my foot, bullets in my head, bullets in my arm, bullets all through here. And after that happened to me, that was enough for me to finally walk away. I just walked away from everything. And the reality of the matter is, the interesting fact is, you have an image that is projected in popular media that this guy, you go get shot up, and you come back in the game and be like, man, I'm still out here doing the same shit. And the reality of the matter is, most of the OGs that I know, I'm just saying, my experience with this is a man getting shot up out there in the streets. After that experience, he walks away from the game. Now, that's my experience. I just shared a little bit of that with you guys. That's more of a realistic type of approach towards the streets. This is a fantasy. Why is it a fantasy? Because he doesn't control any real estate. He doesn't control any real estate development, anything, right? He doesn't stop gentrification. He can't do anything but what he's allowed to do. And what he's allowed to do is make a certain amount, make money for a little bit of time before his time is up, and it's time for you to clock in to your prison sentence, right? And a lot of times these guys end up like this, in prison, right? On your back, dead, just with your arms tied behind your back and your body shredded to, 1,000 pieces, right? That's the reality that a lot of these guys end up in. And what is the whole point of me bringing this to you? The reality of the matter is, when it comes to the music industry is in bed with the private prison industry, right? So I hope you guys stayed on this video long enough to hear me say this. I don't want to make this video too long, but the prison system is in bed with the record labels. They want more of this because they need guys in there, because they make millions of dollars off of this. Now, the reason why these guys are laying on their back, shredded up, stabbed up, and all that stuff, is because it doesn't affect the bottom line. If it doesn't affect the private prison system money, they don't really give a fuck. So that's the reason why anything goes in prison. That's the reason why you guys are getting raped in there and getting shot, stabbed up, beat up, and all kinds of craziness. Is because that stuff doesn't affect the bottom line. When this stuff is projected and when the prisoners are releasing these images that we're seeing are images that people are sending posted on Facebook, right? So the prisoners are walking around in the prison and they're seeing stuff like this. Oh, excuse me. They're seeing stuff like this, right? This is what's happening, right? In a cell block next to you, right? Right. It was all good about a week ago, right? This is real cool until this turns into this. They should have an image of this face with this. Look how cool he looked, right? With him laying on his back with his body chopped wide open. I wonder if that's still as cool. This sounds like I'm preaching. Oh, you trying to, and I understand that. I used to be young. I understand that type of mentality. But the crazy thing about it is, think about the wager. You're on the losing end and you're debating and fighting on whether, you want some, what I'm saying, you want some, yeah, all right, man, ain't nobody, I get it. But what's the wager? The wager is you. I'm not losing anything by telling you this. You're the one losing, period, on both ends. And you have been brainwashed into believing that that is the cool thing. Why? Because this image, right? You want to be seen as the alpha male, but this is not an alpha male. He does not control real estate development. He doesn't control any of the property. He doesn't control anything in the land. All he does is what he has been told he can do, which is you can sell drugs to the people around this area. You can rob the people around this area, but don't you bring your ass over here and infect my real money. If you come over here and start fucking with some real money, you make me miss out on a couple of $1 million, then you got a whole new ball game we're gonna play with. That's the reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know this looks really cool. I know it looks like an alpha male. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Because he can't do this. Cool looking guy can't do shit about this. See what I'm saying? A real estate developer can, right? The bankers can. I can guarantee you that you'll never see a banker like this. The guys that own the banks, you'll never see them like this. You'll see him like that though. Right? So let's just be realistic. The music industry is in bed with the private prison system to create more of this reality. And again, you can go to newsmaybe.com if you want to see the images in its entirety. It's pretty gruesome. There's a lot of, some video footage and all kind of craziness that's happening. And this is in a Mississippi prison. But I just wanted to share this because this is a reality that I come to accept many years ago when I was young. One of my OGs put me on and told me, think for yourself, separate yourself from your peers. And it wasn't a gentleman that I just told you about that got shot up and all of that, and he, turned his life around. It wasn't him. It was another OG that basically set me down and kind of told me some of the same things that his other brother told me, which is basically, you need to separate yourself from them guys, because where they're going to end up here. That's their reality. It's written all over your face that is not going to be your fate. That's not what's meant for you. So you may as well get started now. What do you got? What did you do? What is your talent? Oh, I'm in music. Let me hear what you got. And anytime I was around these guys, they always wanted me to rap. They always turn on some music. And one of the OGs specifically, I won't say what his name was, but he put the word out on the streets that don't let him get involved with shit. If you see him coming, walk the other way. That one right there. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me why is it that when nobody, let me get in on nothing, but it was because of him. And if he found out that I was trying to move on something, then he was, hey, before you go see your little girlfriend, come holler at me real quick. Hey, I know about this and that. Boom, boom, boom. Let me tell you why I don't need you to move over here. Because you see, buddy right there, he gonna be a snitch. I know he gonna be a snitch. You know why? Because he ain't got the heart for, X, Y, and Z. You see buddy right there, he gonna probably end up dead because he think he the only one with a gun out here. He trigger happy. And he was right about literally everybody that he pointed me out to and told me to stay away from. He was absolutely accurate. You know. And years later, I'm in my 30s now, it's like, man, all them guys are dead, bro. All of them are dead. It's crazy. I think about them guys that I used to walk the streets with thinking I was looking cool. All them niggas is dead. Every last one of them, all of them dead. All of them. And I'm in my 30s now. Sitting back in my studio recording this vlog. All of them dead. All of them. Not one of them is alive. Not one. Not a single one. Not paralyzed. Not handicapped. Not even in prison. Dead. Just gone. So that's the reality of this. This is an illusion. And it is an illusion that is presented to you by the bankers, by the you know what I'm saying, the investors in the private prison system. They want more of this, and that's how that's tied together. Now we look at this and we get emotionally connected to it because these people look like us, but the reality of the matter is you can't have an emotional connection to it if you really want to understand how to decipher it. And the reason I say that is because you have to understand this shit is business. It's not personal. It's business. And if you're going to make yourself available to operate in these folks' business, then they're going to use you as a part of their business. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could kindly decline and say, you know what? I'm going to pass on that. Y'all go ahead and run y'all little private prison system thing, and y'all do that over there. I'm just going to go over here on the left side and do my own thing over here. You can stay out of the way. It's possible. And of course, there's traps out there. There's people that try to snatch up innocent people and throw them in the mix with all of the with this, circus that they got going on over here on the right side. But you can kind of stay out of the way and stay over here and grow, on the left side somewhere, create empire, create something powerful, you know what I'm saying, and move in that light and that respect, and not even, come even close to the trap. But popular culture is a motherfucker. Popular culture, think about it, listen to what they celebrate. Trap music. We even got guys in the music industry that's trying to call themselves the Malcolm X of, you know what I'm saying, of this day and age, and I'm all about pro-blackness and everything, but every other word you got coming out of your mouth is trap this and trap that. And how do you think that is influencing the young folks that don't have the level of talent that you have, right? They don't see no way out but the trap. Now that you made it, the way that they distinguish that is, well, you made it out, so, I just got to keep going till I make it out. And then the reality of the matter is they never make it out. Not just because they don't have the level of talent that you have, because in the music industry today, talent probably don't have much to do with it. It's how much of you are you going to be make yourself available to the industries, to the powers that be, if you're going to play ball in their lane. Now, I don't make that type of music, but if I was out there trying to make that type of sound, then I probably would have to play ball with that game, which is, okay, you've made it to the next level and you're trapping music and all of that. Now here's where you sell your soul. Right? If you want to make it to the next level, here's where you go. And the same thing about it is you don't necessarily have to sell your soul because you're already contributing to the private prison system, because you making the type of music that's encouraging people to go out there and be self-destructive, which it only can lead them back into the private prison system where people make millions of dollars off of them. And ultimately they end up on their back like this. Nothing but revenue. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it's going on longer than I wanted it to go. But I'm hoping that it can be of some, I hope that I can do for some of you guys out there what my OGs did for me when I was young. Learn how to separate yourself. Start to see popular culture for what it is, and don't get caught up in the bullshit, because that's what it is. This is bullshit. This is not real. This is a fantasy. As cool as this guy may look, as cool as he may sound when he talks, I guarantee you he has no control that actually matters in the real world. Now, he probably has the type of access to revenue that could potentially put him in a position to create that. But will he do that? Or will he be lost and trapped in the cool, in the cool of things, right? And that's a whole different video when I say the cool of things, whereas, other cultures and in other cultures, there's other things that drive the decisions you make. But what they try to do with black culture is make sure that everything is about the cool. Is it cool? Is it fly? Is it the new thing? And everything is about the cool. Does it exist within the cool? Only then can it be accepted, right? Can you snowboard and be within the cool, right? Can you do some other, I don't know. That's why they say black folks don't snow, black folks don't ski, black folks don't skydive, black folks don't do things that don't exist within the cool, right? That's a brainwash. That is a slave mentality, is what that is, and it's something that you have to break out of. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And I hope it's been encouraging to some folks. It's a little longer than I would like it to be, but again, the link will be in the description if you want to know more about it. Yeah, this is happening in Mississippi right now. So, and the crazy thing about it, these guys are dying. 4 or 5 people dead, and it's all kind of chaos happening in this prison. And what's going to happen is when the police or the prison releases a statement, it's going to be a very textbook statement, something that they probably didn't even write. They probably added 2 sentences to. It's because this is business. Oh, somebody died. Okay, put out the statement that we put out when somebody dies. I would like to challenge somebody to go look at different statements that prison systems release when someone dies in a prison. We're investigating the situation. We take these matters very seriously. We're investigating. And then the shit disappears. And, people continue to die. It just doesn't make the news. And when it makes the news again, oh, we're investigating a situation. We take these things very serious. And it's a win-win situation for them because they'll just blame it on another prisoner. Oh, these crazy, insane prisoners. Oh, they killed the guy. Oh, well, we'll do what we can do. And they go and continue doing the same shit that they've been doing. Bottom line. Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Hopefully it's encouraging to some of you guys. Stay out of the cool, man. Be an individual. All right, we out of here. Peace.